It was a cold winter night. Babulal was asleep, as was Khuki and the entire household. The fog was quite heavy, and Babulal was thankful for the big, thick blanket the Mahout had put over his back to keep him warm. The charcoal embers had nearly gone cold where the Mahout slept in the outhouse. All was silent. Crack! Babulal heard the cracking of a twig nearby. He opened his sleepy eyes a teeny bit to see, but he was too sleepy and the eyelids didn't listen to his orders and closed them again. The silence was broken once again by the cawing of some water birds. Was it a jackal? Or maybe even a tiger? Babulal knew of tigers near some villages that would hunt at night and take away calves or goats tied outside. But here, in this cold, Babulal was alert now. He could smell something sinister lurking among the tall grass near the river bank. And then he thought he saw a tall stick moving through the grass. That was weird. He grunted softly, upset by the moving stick. The stick stopped moving, as if it had heard Babulal's grunt. It wasn't far and was heading towards the windows facing the river. Was it really a stick moving without sound? It was dark, foggy, and cold. Babulal felt sleepy again. His eyes grew heavy and he was asleep in a minute. But Babulal wouldn't have his sleep that night. Another scraping sound and a thud of something heavy falling came across from the house. Sound travels faster in the dense fog, you see. Babulal couldn't understand what was happening. He swayed his head and started pacing just as much as the big chain tied to his hind legs would allow him. Some more scraping and grating sounds from the inner household. Khuki couldn't hear a sound. She was fast asleep, you see, cuddled up beside her grandmother. The trunk was safely tucked away deep under their large bed. Yes, the big iron trunk. What was so special about the trunk? It had a pouch full of gold mohurs, big gold coins. Amongst the children in the household, only Khuki knew about them. In those days of my grandmother, the British were still ruling over us, you see. But there were still some real kings around. Khuki's grandma had got those coins from her father, who had been rewarded by such a king. She now had just 8 pieces left, and she wouldn't let anyone touch them except Khuki once in a while. Khuki loved the shine and the engravings on them. Holding one in her tiny hand would nearly fill up her entire palm. Khuki's father, too, had many smaller gold coins in the big wooden almirah in his bedroom. but they weren't as big or as shiny. Grandma would keep that pouch of gold mohurs in a heavy iron trunk with a big iron lock under her bed. And the key was always near her pillow. During winter nights, hot coal embers would be placed in every bedroom of the household, and a window always kept open to allow ventilation. This night, too, you see, the farthest window in Grandma's bedroom was open, but it had a few bars loose. The tall stick from the grass was held by a very short man. He used to work in the household some time ago and had heard of the gold mohurs in the old granny's room. He also knew of the loose bars, you see. The elderly servants would say stories at night, sometimes, after the day's hard labor and having drunk some fermented brews. Stories of the elephant, the household, and so much more. The short man was interested only in the gold moher stories. One day, he ran away from work after stealing an elderly servant's money pouch. But that was nearly a year ago. The money had run out, having been spent on wrong ways of merriment. The short man then remembered the gold mohurs, and tonight he has come to get them. What happens? Does he get the gold mohurs? Can Babulal stop him? Does Khuki help save the mohurs? You shall come to know all about it in the next episode. Do subscribe and like. I love reading all your comments too. Take care and be safe. See you again soon. Bye bye.